Hey the guys, how's it going? I can't imagine any reason why you might want to potentially escape from the real world right now and just sort of take your mind off things. But just in case you do, let me talk about some Kingdom Hearts news that just came out. So a lot of a couple of Japanese outlets are putting out some information, pre-release stuff for Melody Memory, which is due out in Japan on the 11th, and the rest of the world on the 13th, which is less than a week away right now for the Japanese version, and just over a week for the global version. And yeah, there's some new screenshots that have the potential to have a couple of little spoilers in there. I guess if you don't want to know everything about it, but it's sort of stuff I guess you could kind of guess on your own. But there's a couple little things in there that I'm just gonna put a spoiler warning. Just your definition of a spoiler may vary, but just if you don't want to know anything at all about Melody Memory, I guess stop watching now. But yeah, for the pre-release stuff they've shown off, nothing leaked or anything. Let's go have a little peek down. So I guess the first stuff is, if you guys did play the demo, of course, you would know that there was the artwork, not artwork, I should say, but the little menuing screen before you select the stage, before you select what you want to do. You can see your, I guess, current team, or I guess the team, whichever team you used last, maybe it's a random team, but them having a little scene, and just it's a cool little background noise as you choose what you want to do. So we already saw from the demo that there was Sora, Kairi, Sora, Donald, and Goofy. And it looks like we're also going to get a Roxas, Axel, and Shion one as well as it's all the way down here, a Terravan and Aqua, and a Riku and his two little Dream Eater pet pals there. So really cool stuff. And again, I'm assuming they will be animated just like the Kingdom Hearts 1 Sora, Donald, and Goofy ones are. It's going to be really nice. So yeah, those are the four teams we know so far. We're just going to be rotating through those. Very nice. Back to the main article. There are a couple of screenshots only from cutscenes that we've already seen through the trailers, so we can basically skip past those, no worries. It is really interesting that they're choosing not to show off too much story stuff, which is either a really good sign in that they've learned their lesson and they don't want to give away anything, or a sign that there isn't that much story to actually spoil. So yeah, I'm hoping for more of column A than column B, but I guess we'll see in a week. Now, okay, so Mickey gets a new render. Really cool. So we knew Mickey already was going to be in the game in some way, shape, or form, and probably a party member as well, because they said, well, because of the trophy list that I guess leaked a while ago, but I mean, once it goes live on the store, it's kind of public to everyone. But there was a trophy for fighting alongside King Mickey for an hour, which to me implied that, yeah, there was going to be a mechanism in where he was going to fight with you at some point, though it didn't seem like he was a traditional party member. But I guess we now know what that mechanism is. So if we have a look at, yeah, he's got a new render, and I'm assuming he'll have 3 new renders, because we can see when he fights alongside Team Sora, Donald, and Goofy, he shows up in his sort of Kingdom Hearts 1-ish outfit with the Kingdom Key D. Very cool. When he shows up alongside the Team Roxas, Axel, Shion, he shows up back in the classic coat, again with Kingdom Key D, which again is what his attire was like during 358 over 2 days. Actually, that render there looks familiar. That does look like the Days one. Yeah, it's different to that. I guess we'll see. And when he shows up alongside the Birth by Sleep team, he's in his Birth by Sleep outfit, the sort of more grey one when he was apprentice under Yen Sid, with the Starseeker Keyblade. So very cool attention to detail. Very cool attention to detail, and I really quite like that. But I guess what the interesting part about this is that he almost is like replacing a party member. So he's showing up 1, 2, 3. There are 4 icons here on the side, and obviously you can see that Terra's sort of taking a back seat here as Mickey is playing. Same with Shion taking a back seat on the left-hand side as Mickey takes over, and Donald takes a back seat as Mickey takes over here. The mechanism for actually using Mickey is by using a little summoning object, sorry, a synthesis object, I should say. So when you go and select the stage, it seems like you can be collecting synthesis materials as you play the game, craft various objects. So there's a couple of potions down there. I can't remember what these two do. I think they did tell us at one point. And now we know there's a Mickey charmed thing here as the 5th object. And when you activate that, basically you can choose to bring Mickey in with you. Now I assume the idea of the synthesis items is to make the stage easier, right? Like that's when the potion gives you back X amount of health when you take X amount of damage. I assume having Mickey in there is a benefit to the player in some way. So I do wonder if now Mickey, let's say he's on the right-hand side of the stage right here, if he will just automatically hit every single note for you on the right-hand side of the stage. You can see, like, even in this setup right here, the character has 31 potions, 12 high potions, 6 of each of these ones, and then only 3 of the little Mickey. So it's a much, much, much rarer item than a potion, for example. So it sounds like it's a much more... I mean, again, I'm just literally taking this off a screenshot right here. But it seems like it is a much more powerful item and a rarer item than just a regular potion. So maybe that's not broken. Maybe that is too broken. I don't know. But to me, I'm getting the impression that, and you can see even of the rainbow-colored little targets here, that he may come in and play for you and automatically hit any target that walks in front of his path, basically. So in theory, he could hit like up to 1/3 of the targets. I mean, especially if you've also got to like, you know, try and hit the potentially 3 at 1 targets, you'd, I guess, only ever have to hit 2 at once. Or if you have to hit 2 at once, maybe you only have to hit 1 and he will hit the other one for you. So it could be a huge, huge, huge help to a player, especially as you're trying to learn the stage. And, you know, obviously we've all played Wave of Darkness 1 right now. It can get pretty complicated towards the end. So having up to 1/3 of your inputs taken away could potentially be pretty helpful. So I think it's a cool little help out for people that, I guess, want the extra assist. And again, it doesn't have to be a bad thing. It can be just like, yeah, I want to help, I want to learn the stage, so why not have 1/3 of my inputs taken care of until I can manage them all on my own. But yeah, that to me that's my understanding of that's what he does. I mean, maybe it's not what he does. Maybe he gets bonus points whenever he hits a target. Maybe he's just like an extra life, if you will. Like if you miss a target, he would sort of take the hit, and then your character will come back in. Who knows? I don't know, but that's just sort of what I'm guessing at. There were a couple other cool things we could see from the article, but only really some more worlds being confirmed. Obviously, like there's the Disney town from Birth by Sleep right here. What do we got here? Oh yeah, so we got Twilight Town going around the back, down past the usual spot. Looks like we're passing through right now. Destiny Islands we've obviously already seen from the initial trailers. And then down the bottom, well, we'll get to her in 1 second. Down the bottom, there were also Stitch is confirmed as a party member, really, really cool. So it is funny that Stitch is showing up with the Kingdom Hearts 1 characters, but I assume you can just sort of mix and match more or less however you want. Maybe. Because it's his Birth by Sleep outfit, and you're in the deep space map, so... well, deep space has been confirmed. It looks like Kingdom Hearts 1 Agrabah has also been confirmed here. Obviously, you got Aladdin alongside you, and of course, Kingdom Hearts 2 base castle. So we're getting a heck of a lot of worlds, which is really, 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 really cool. It's going to be a very nostalgic trip through all of the Kingdom Hearts content. Well, I guess not all of it. Some like stuff like Deep Jungle will almost certainly not be back because of copyright issues, and who knows about other content like, you know, Nightmare Before Christmas stuff, Pirates. I do wonder how much will come back, but yeah. I guess while I'm here on this screenshot, I picked it up and made it bigger while I was here just because like Kairi's hair is dark right here. That was in Kingdom Hearts 3. Like that's how it looked in Kingdom Hearts 3. The lighting just looked a little bit funny at that stage. It's not, she's not being Norded or Shion or anything like that. That's just how it looked. But speaking of Kairi, so our wonderful girl got a new render. So let me see if I can pull that up bigger for you guys as well. Yeah. So it's the Kingdom Hearts 3 design, but not in the Kingdom Hearts 3 shader. It's basically the KH2 engine. They more or less like remade her new art style in the previous, her new outfit design in the previous art style, which I'm all for. Like, obviously, anyone that played the original Kingdom Hearts games, you know, kind of fell in love with that art style, and here it is, basically, a new design character being brought back into it. I'm really, really excited for that. It sort of begs the question, though, why would you make this if she wasn't going to be playable? Like, why would you go to the effort? We just saw the Mickey render just earlier because he's a playable character. Even though they haven't confirmed that there's any more than 4 teams, I'm kind of hoping there is going to be, you know, Kairi will be playable in her own game. And, or if so, maybe she has 2 extra party members. You know, maybe she has Naminé, maybe as a party member, though I don't know what weapon she would use, but I mean, whatever, she can just fling light-based magic at him, sure, why not? Like, why wouldn't she be able to do that? I mean, who knows, like, again, I'm really getting ahead of myself here, but, I mean, if we're going to go a team of 3 girls, like, why not? Like, why not have, well, Aqua's already on a team, Shion's already on a team, so, Scald, maybe? Subject X? I don't know if we're going to, like, if little baby Kairi is going to somehow see Scald when she looks across the pod. I don't know. Maybe she'll form some kind of crazy connection with her, and then Skull will be playable too. I don't know. I'm literally just spitballing here, but I do want to know, like, why would you bother making a new model for a character if you then weren't going to have her as some form of gameplay? It's not because of cutscenes, because the current cutscenes we've seen or use the Kingdom Shader engine, which is the one used from Kingdom Hearts 3D, with that model already fully made. So, just probably not because of that. So to me, like, it almost has to be gameplay, but I guess we'll see in a week when the game comes out, before I get too ahead of myself. But yeah, what do you guys think? Do you think she will be playable? Do you think they're keeping it like a little bit of a secret, and that'll be sort of the core reveal for the game? I've sort of thought for a while, and I've said it in content that's going to be coming out soon on a different channel, but I'm pretty sure we're going to get Kairi as playable. Like, it'd be weird to not have her at playable, but if she is, who's going to be a party members, basically? I guess that's the question you guys can sort of mull over in the comments. But yeah, I will see you guys a bit later on. And yeah, stay safe, please. Be careful. Alright guys, all the best. Bye.